want to dance with you.
Walking through the woods, it's dark, it's at night, almost no moonlight is coming through. You hear a crack off in the distance, something large stepped on the branch. What would you do?
First thing, how far away is the crack?
Give me a perception check. So then you roll dice and we'd see how perceptive you are. So you take it, but you're readied, you're aimed, you're
Right at where the spot's coming, yeah.
Okay.
But is the goal to win?
No. Goal is to tell a great story.
Tell a great story.
Now, before getting into today's cult meeting, if you enjoy, leaving a like would be awesome as it gets the video out there, and subscribing will help the channel grow as we are growers and not showers. Alright, so, it's been out for a solid month or two now when it was announced that the Punisher, Jon Bernthal, was going to be playing his same role in the Disney-fied Daredevil show, Daredevil Born Again. If you're watching this video, that means you fell in love with our mentally unstable, riddled with PTSD.
No. Wait.
Menace to society and mass murderer in his own solo show, The Punisher, over at Netflix. Or you may be a younger and more fresh fan who has just discovered The Punisher on the family iPad and looked up DIY Punisher vest, and this video popped up because it looked really cool. Which, by the way, what are you doing here? That movie was rated R. I don't think you should be here. I don't know, you may be 16, I don't know. I can't see you through the screen. Go back to watching this video. Now, if you're watching this video, that means you've seen an absolutely awesome clip, shocking clip mind you, making its rounds on the internet and making waves in the nerd and geek community. I'm a part of that community, by the way, I'm not discriminating.
You want to play D&D?
I mean, I'll try. I mean, what do you think
No,
I'd
like
be able to do it?
literally right now.
Yeah, that's right, the Punisher, Shane from The Walking Dead, playing Dungeons and Dragons with Deborah and Wall. I don't know if I said that right. AKA Karen from Daredevil. Well, not exactly. This clip is making its rounds on the internet because of the idea of having an actor who plays a cold-blooded killer on Disney plays a tabletop game that most people only know from Stranger Things. But most of us know from either being popularized by a famous D&D channel called Critical Role, or you're like me who's been playing D&D before it was cool and everyone was simping for a dungeon master like Eddie Munson. Now in today's cult meeting, we're going to be going through what D&D is shortly, and who else has played D&D in the Daredevil and Punisher cast. And let me tell ya, this thing is going to be fun. Dungeons & Dragons is a tabletop RPG game that was made for people with a wide imagination. You can play it with a specific amount of friends, and you can choose to either play by the set of D&D preloaded systems, or you can be an absolute gigachad of a DM and have a homebrew system of your own and your own story. Now, I won't go into too much detail on the different systems of D&D as I'm not well educated on them myself. Yes, I know a dungeon master not well educated on D&D. I get it. It's not the first time. I'll leave that up to the dedicated D&D channels like Critical Role and that one party that I lose my sanity over because of the fucking space clown.
I scream. What is the name? You scream. We all scream. In the terrible house fire at the family reunion.
I myself have been playing D&D for the past 6 years with a homebrew system my friend cooked up when he was like, what, 16? I've made my own little modifications to the system to where it has more dice and the stats are way more balanced, but it's still the same system. Basically, D&D is a role-playing tabletop board game where people can come together and be as creative and imaginative as they want to be, as long as the DM, the Dungeon Master, isn't a complete dick and kills off your fun. If you're already a D&D fan, then you know that the game is an outlet where writers, actors, and voice actors, people in general, can have a good time. One of the best examples of this is Legends of Avantris? I think I pronounced that right. The Legends of Avantris party? I don't know. You guys can correct me in the comments if I'm pronouncing that wrong. I found this D&D party or this campaign while I was scrolling through YouTube Shorts and TikToks, box one day while I was waiting on my girlfriend to come pick me up from the toy store before I blew all of our money on Legos and comic books. These dudes are the perfect example of what D&D is all about. People having a good time, fucking around and finding out, having a good laugh after confusing gorilla with gorilla.
It could be gorilla of the woods.
There's a wild gorilla on the loose.
I'm not saying gorilla, I'm saying gorilla.
Is it a charcoal gorilla or a propane gorilla?
Besides Critical Role, Legends of Avantris, again, you can correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, is one of the best showcases of the heart and soul of D&D. It's about having fun and telling a good story along the way, unless you're a dick who doesn't care about the party at all and forces everyone to play his dumb romance backstory quests and the DM has to kill him off so that the party can have fun again. To all the dungeon masters watching this video, you know exactly what I'm talking about, but if you'd like to know more about D&D in general or just want to watch a couple of friends fuck around and find out, and just in general have a good time, Legends of Avantris is definitely a good start for the freshies. Not for the faint of heart. Now that you got the gist of D&D, let's get off this soapbox real quick, as it's time to talk about the main talking point of this video so I can regain the 50% of the viewers that I just lost from that tangent, and talk about why the Punisher playing D&D is absolutely awesome. The Punisher is one of Marvel's most violent and, to be real, unstable characters in history. The guy is a PTSD-ridden Marine whose sanity was ripped away from him when his family was murdered in cold blood right in front of him. If you're a fan of the show, you've seen the clip that's been heavily memed, right?
No. Wait.
In the nutshell, he's one of the most human characters in Marvel. Yeah, that's right, I said it. He's one of the most human characters in Marvel. Come on, you're telling me you wouldn't murder every criminal out there because your country failed you and they also got your family killed? The one thing that's keeping you sane in this world?
Nuh-uh. The fuck you mean? Nuh-uh.
But funny enough, he does get a character arc in the Thanos solo comic and the Cosmic Ghost Rider comics. That's a topic for another video, but for now, let's focus on the actor who actually plays our shell-shocked, riddled vigilante with anger issues. Jon Bernthal played the Punisher to a T in the Punisher Netflix show. So well to the point where he got re-signed to play the role on Disney. Am I saying that the Punisher is gonna make an appearance in War Machine's Armor Wars as War Machine Punisher? Maybe, I don't know.
I don't know, man. Seems kinda gay to me.
But, besides the point, a lot of people were expecting this dude to be exactly like the Punisher in real life, as he plays the exact same character in Shane from The Walking Dead. I guess that's how he got the Punisher role in the first place. He's really good at playing psychopaths. But no, he's actually a really cool dude, laid back even, runs a podcast called Real Ones over on YouTube, which brings us to the topic of the Punisher playing D&D.
I don't know what Dungeons and Dragons. Like I don't. It's like a game, but like you imagine you're like in the game, right?
Yeah, kind of. I mean, it's just a collaborative storytelling with some characters.
Jon Bernthal was introduced to D&D on his podcast by the GOAT herself, Faye of the Jotunheim, Deborah on Wall. Again, I have no idea if I'm saying that right. You can correct me in the comments. If you didn't know, Deborah is a dungeon master and has been writing campaigns since quarantine, according to what I've seen at least online. She has her own D&D campaign also ongoing on the tubes called Relics and Rarities. I have no idea if that's still ongoing. Now, I'm be real because I have not seen a single episode of that show except for the one where Matthew will sleep with other women Murdoch on the show. Anyways, Deborah seems to be the best person in Hollywood to introduce D&D to people over at Marvel. Would you believe me if I said that the Punisher, Jon Bernthal, is actually a natural at D&D?
First thing, how far away is the crack?
Give me a perception check. So then you'd roll dice and we'd see how perceptive you are.
Deborah seems to be really genuine about how she loves the game, and she's sharing it with her fellow co-stars. This specific clip was the perfect way to introduce the game to John, let alone new players. She simplified it so well to the point where it was easy for John to get into the driver's seat of his last-minute roguelike character and play the role naturally. And with that look on his face, it looks like he had the time of his life in a mere minutes. The fact that he isn't the first co-star she introduced to D&D is amazing. Let me tell ya, seeing Daredevil play a pirate with a cane, which I definitely didn't just watch 30 seconds of it and called it a day, was absolutely awesome. Do you remember the first time seeing a celebrity play a video game with your favorite Let's Player? That's what it feels like when I think of the possibility of John the Punisher Bernthal and Matthew Charlie Cox Murdoch playing a campaign together with their on-screen love interest, Deborah Karen, face of the Jotunheim and Wall, in a personal campaign that we don't know of. Or maybe I'm just being optimistic. I mean, come on. Who doesn't want to see the Punisher and Daredevil play a little game of D&D on YouTube? All in all, the Punisher playing D&D was absolutely amazing to see. Not to mention the massive platform the dude has. Not only did he experience the game for himself in a short while, but he also got the chance to show his audience and the podcast listeners that the game is much more fun than most people make it out to be. Oh, would you look at that? Turns out this game isn't actually a devil worshipping game that the weird kids play under the bleachers and or in the cafeteria, or at most times at the one super senior's house as a DM. What I'm saying is John Bernthal got to experience the core of D&D in a matter of minutes. And you can imagine what it could be like if you experienced the whole shebang. Dungeons & Dragons is a game that is all about having fun with your mates and making memories along with it, connecting with each other via your characters and connecting with NPCs that the Dungeon Master has created for you.
Nobody gives a fuck. I feel liberated.
And if it all goes swimmingly, not ruin the story that the DM has planned throughout the duration of the campaign. D&D isn't a game where you play to win. As was said in the podcast.
Like, one of my favorite characters, my friend Tommy played Viros. He was a prince. And the idea was that he was very, he'd been kind of pampered his whole life, and everyone always laughed at all his jokes and said that he was wonderful and handsome. But he's actually not that funny, and he's not that handsome. He just has been sheltered. So when he got out in the world and started investigating, he thinks that he's this charming, suave individual, but his stats, his literal charisma stats are very low. So he would fail constantly, and part of his story throughout the campaign was him learning that he wasn't as charming as he thought he was. So flaws are great. Flaws make good story.
But is the goal to win?
No.
What's the
There is
goal?
no goals to tell a great story.
Tell a great story.
But that's all I got for you in today's video. What are your thoughts on the Punisher playing D&D? You think we're ever gonna see Daredevil and the Punisher D&D series on YouTube? Be sure to let me know down in the comments. Now, fair warning, this might be the last consistent video I post as classes start on Tuesday. But I'm still gonna do my best to get stuff out for you guys as much as I can during my last term of college. But if you enjoyed, leaving a like would be awesome, and subscribing will keep you up to date on the latest cult meetings. That's all from your boy. I hope you have a wonderful day, and in case I don't see ya, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.